Well, hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens. This is part 2 of a 2-part recap. If you're like, hey, wait a minute, I didn't hear part 1. Guys, it's because we put out a lot of recaps. Go back and listen to part 1, okay? It's before this one. Bye. Enjoy the show.
So Brooks and Seth are in a confessional, and Seth is like, I am so proud of you. I was like, thanks, Dad. Pull my finger. What? Pull it. No, Dad, gross. Old person. If I touch your finger, I'm going to get old.
So then they play cornhole, and Anwar's like, I won. Give me $20. Oh, you don't have it? Maybe get a job, stupid. Am I right?
Brooks goes, wow, you guys take cornhole really seriously.
So then Charlie and Anwar walk off together. Anwar's like, we need to have a talk. You're 30 years old and you're stupid and a loser. Why do you smell like cabbage? Why?
By the way, I left a book for you upstairs. That's 1 flight of stairs. Or I guess according to you, 5. Stupid, don't understand elevators.
And then everyone's watching them, of course. And Brooks is like, I love seeing Charlie and like his family dynamic. Yeah.
Georgia goes, yeah, I just like that they look alike. It's like very cute. I mean, their relationship is totally toxic, but the fact that they look alike is so cute. And Dylan's like, no, yeah, they're totally like alike. Yeah. And then some other girls like, yeah, it's like his older self. And like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like holding up a mirror to him in like 40 years. Oh my God. Wow. So then we go back to the
40 years. How old do you think Anwar is? Give the guy a break. She actually said like, it's like holding up a mirror to him in like 40 years. Like 50 years.
I'm so glad we finally got to meet Methuselah. Look at that guy. What is he, 53?
I love that they're turning Anwar into like a 90-year-old. They have no concept. Anwar looks pretty good. What do you think he is, like mid-50s?
Yeah, I think so. Anwar looks great. Anwar is definitely like a silver fox. Like he is like, you know, I think if you were into that kind of like older daddy look, like he looks fantastic.
You know why? Because he orders Niçoise salads without the dressing. That's why. He eats fucking romaine lettuce and that's it.
Yeah.
And like a hard-boiled egg and an anchovy. And that's his day.
Yeah. So enjoy your extra side of Caesar dressing. Van Gogh.
So then we go back to the dad and son, and Anwar's like, so anyway, any plans as you approach 30? You're not dying, apparently. Are you still partying? What are we doing with ourselves? You going to school? No, you're still laughing at school? School's still funny to you? Parted! You parted! Found a loser.
I know you don't want to talk about it, but you have to have a plan for it. You know, turning 30. It's like, no, like, it's not positive, frankly, when we have these conversations. It's like, no, it's not so much a conversation. It's more like me giving you recommendations that you could be successful and you staring out into space because you're stupid and a bad body and like Dylan. So then we go back to Georgia and she's like, I feel like weird, like low key, because like I feel like I know Charlie's perspective of his dad and it's not positive. Okay, this is kind of weird because like Charlie's dad is like a pretty intense figure. He like has a job and goes to work and shows up on time and then leaves and then is successful. Like that's so intense. But I think that like Charlie grew up like with very, very high expectations of like doing the minimum things, like showing up to places on time. And I think that like Charlie being like, he just like rebelled against that. And I think at like a certain point, like parent and child both kind of get fed up with each other, you know, parent wanting just some sort of reasonable outcome for the effort he put into rearing the child. And the child just wants another free burger at Ballood. You know, it's hard.
Yeah. You know, I think there are parents who are just over demanding and they're going to be disappointed in whatever you do. But then there's also disappointment bred in reality where it's like you have everything. I've given you every opportunity and you choose to do nothing and be a loser. And I'm Team Anwar, you know, I'm Team Anwar.
I'm Team Anwar too. And I think that Anwar is awful. I also would like to add that I think he is so mean to Charlie. And like the competitive thing is actually like, that is fucked up. Like when he's like, who's more attractive, me or Anwar? Like all these like micro competitions that Charlie's probably had to grow up with. Like that's a lot, but Charlie's even worse. So lesser of two evils. I'm going Team Anwar.
Yeah, I'm Team Anwar. So George is like, yeah, like low key, like I feel weird because like his perspective of his dad is like not positive, you know? So then Charlie's like, yeah, like Now we see them arguing, Charlie and Anwar arguing. And really, Anwar's just like, so are you going to do anything with your life? And Charlie's like, God, Dad. As he just got to, he literally just came to his house with like 10-roll joints. It's like, anybody want to go smoke joints with me? I'm like, you're at your dad's house, you fucking loser. Like, if your dad already thinks you're a loser, why are you showing up to smoke weed in his backyard with your friends?
Yeah.
You know, like, come on, make some kind of effort. But he's like, God, I can't do anything to make him happy. And he's rarely happy. Like, I'd get 99 on a math test. And he's like, why'd you miss that 1 point? You never got 90. Prove to me that you got 99 on a math test first.
Yes. And tell us why you couldn't go the distance and get your 100. We're still waiting.
Jeez. So then Talia serves the group rigatoni, which I can't believe Anwar didn't just dump her right then and there, because that's crazy. A plate of carbs? Have you lost your goddamn mind? He's already stupid enough. Why don't you put a potato in his brain and call it day? Call it day.
There was something about this rigatoni that like I thought was strange. Like I thought that like it was strange that Talia just goes walking by with a big bowl of rigatoni, and then George is like, "Is that rigatoni? Can I have it?" And she just like, "Why don't you go to the table that Talia's headed to?" So then Talia puts down a giant bowl of rigatoni on this little side table thing that they're all sitting around with the couches. There was something, I don't know, I felt like there was something so entitled about this girl on the side who's like a guest in the house being like, "Is that rigatoni? Can I have?" And I was like, "Get up and go sit at the table."
Yeah. So George is like, yeah, the other day he said something so weird. He was like, I can't be around my dad because my dad doesn't even want me there. And that's why he gives me allowance, because he doesn't even want to be around me. Like, well, pay the problem to go away. I get it.
Yeah. Be someone that someone wants to be around, because as far as I can tell, I don't think any of us would want to be around Charlie. I would pay money to get him out of my face. You know, at a certain point, like Anwar does seem terrible. I really do feel like Anwar has like really terrible like aspects to him. But I also can imagine that you've spent 30 years trying to make this shit show, like try to like fix the shit show that you probably created yourself. Like, let's not like absolve Anwar of any responsibility in Charlie's outcome. But you've been trying to fix it and you can't. At a certain point, you're just like, you know what? Let's just remove it. Here's some money. Go back to Manhattan.
Yeah, and basically, there's some girl there who kind of speaks for all of us, because she's like, yeah, guys, it's like really hard because Charlie's dad just gave up on him, and like it's really hard for Charlie to live like that. And someone goes, yeah, but like Charlie's 30. So
I love that. Yeah, it's getting too old now.
Yeah.
So then Charlie like joins them and he's like, whoa, it just never ends, bro, with my dad. You know, he's just fucking pissing me off. And Georgia goes, you hate when people do that. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I think that's part of when you get pissed off. Like, oh my God, don't you hate when people piss you off? No, I love when people piss me off. I love that. That makes me thrive.
And Charlie's like, well, at the end of the day, you get nothing from nothing. I just want peace in my life, and part of me is worried that I'll never get it until he dies, frankly. But I don't know. Guess we'll have to wait and see. You're such a little asshole. Oh my God. You want peace in your life? Get a fucking job. That's what you need. You need to stop living off this hateful person. You know, if he's so hateful and terrible, stop taking his money and go do what the rest of us do. Work, you little asshole. So he's like, come on, guys, let's go smoke weed together in my dad's backyard. And I'm like, okay. So now we go
also, has he never ever seen like a thoughtful foreign film? Like, did you think you're going to get peace when someone dies? Hello, you're going to have hours and hours and hours of staring off into the abyss and wondering what you could have done differently, and now it's too late. Oh, hello, there will be no peace for you.
Yeah. So then we go to the Bronx, and it's a golf outing with Brooks and Ava and their dads.
Yeah. So because Dame is doing this golf event, etc., and Dame is talking about how everyone there is like the principals from economically challenged places, and now he's taught them all entrepreneurship. Hopefully he didn't teach them accounting as well. And Ava's like, yeah, he's like, my dad's like an entrepreneur. He founded Rockefeller Records and like Rockaware when I was like 4, and I was like in Rockaware campaigns, you know, because you know he is a big deal and everything. And he says that Ava has a black belt in fashion, and he wants her to know that she's the superhero that she is. Okay. So that's what this golf event is all about.
I don't know that I trust somebody to teach me entrepreneurship when they say they're going to teach me entrepreneurialship. How much are you making off of these golf outings? Because I do not believe you. So then they're riding along with their dads, and Dame lights a joint, and he's like, "Hey man, you want to smoke?" And Seth's like, "Oh yeah, I work kind of for a public company, so I can't really do that. Shove my face in boob cakes, I can do that. You got that around? You got anyone's wife I can kind of sexually harass in a fun way? That I can do, but I don't know, weed."
Yeah, see this like fun, loving, down with everything Seth persona you're seeing. It's just a facade for TV. I'm just actually a pretty soulless corporate guy, unfortunately. So no weed for me. Thank you very much.
I don't know that Big Lots is going to like that. Put my hands up, walk away slowly.
It's called Big Lots, not big joints. So Brooks is like, whatever, Dad. So then Seth is asking if her and Dame ever hang out, and she's like, yeah, all the time. And then Seth is like, you hear that? You hear that? You hear that? Like child and parent hang out all the time. So it's totally normal, Seth. It's totally normal, Brooks. It's totally fine. He's like, ew, gross, disgusting.
So now they're talking about Charlie, and because Ava didn't go to that thing. So he's like, yeah, it was like cute seeing Charlie with his family, but like it was weird. He was like freaking out. She's like, oh my God, he's such a drama queen. And so she's like, yeah, I'm not going to reach out to him because like it's not our responsibility. My dad's thing is like, it's like super rooted. Yeah, so we're like rooted together. He's like, yeah, but my dad is like trying to make me go to therapy, and like then he like left halfway through the therapy and was like, oh no, this is Charlie. Charlie said that someone tried to make him go to like therapy, and then he left like halfway through the therapy, and he was like, I'm not doing therapy.
Yeah, but then like he started saying to me and Dylan and Georgia, like, we should all go. He was like, you guys should go. And so we see that like Charlie's acting like therapy is disgusting, but then he's like telling everyone that they need therapy. And Ava's like, what? He's like, I mean, first of all, I have a therapist. Second of all, I have an icon as a mother, which is therapy in and of itself. Yeah, first of all, so do I. I mean, we all need fucking therapy. I mean, take the help. I used to be the type where I would hate therapy too. And when my parents were getting divorced, they put me in a therapist's office, and I literally sat there and I was like, I will not talk. I was so stubborn because I was like, I know I'm going to be a model at some point. So like, why do I even need the therapy?
And Brooks was like, yeah, I had to go to therapy when I was 8 because I was seeing ghosts. Yeah, there were like leprechauns in my house.
Yeah, I thought I saw elves in the stairway. Oh, so you didn't have to go to therapy because your parents were having a high profile divorce because your mom was a fashion designer, dad was like a super famous entrepreneur? No, I just thought I saw elves. That's it.
But then I found out in therapy that it was really elves. It was just my dad dressed in tights trying to turn my mom on. Ew. Yeah, I survived. So Seth is like, yeah, well, who was there when you were crawling like a Navy SEAL at 3 years old because you were scared of monsters in your bedroom? What did I do? What did I do? Well, you'd make a little bed and sleep on the floor. And I'd sleep on the floor next to your bed. Well, I didn't make it. That was a dog bed from Home Goods. But still, I put it there, and you curled up and you slept in it. Remember what you tried to do? Tried to sew it all together, but you couldn't get the needle through the hole. And I said, that's okay, son. Mom works.
Later on, we found out that the reason why I was seeing elves everywhere was because Chloe and I would walk around the house and always go, slay. Slay. After a while, you can only make so many Christmas references before you see the elves.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
So then it starts raining, and Dame is hilarious in this. He's like, ah! He's like screaming like a woman in the rain. He's like, not the Givenchy or whatever.
And Brooks is like, oh my God, this vest has goose down. It can't get wet. Which I loved. And I was anxious about. I was like, he's right. That goose down can't get wet. And he's like, oh my God, my phone fell off. Oh my God, the elves took my phone. Dad, the elves took my phone. What do I do? He's like, it's right here. Oh, yeah, sorry.
He's like, Dad, my phone's gone. Can you put my location on? He's like, I don't know how to put your location because my location's in your phone. He's like, no, it's raining. What am I supposed to do out here in the rain? That's so good. So then we go to Brooks's apartment and he's inviting everybody to a surprise party for Chloe. And Gia writes back, Brooklyn, okay, but only because I love you both. And also, I'll be late.
Don't do us any favors, Gia. Okay? There's no good reason why you should be on this show. You're off in Jersey. You're a totally different vibe from everyone else. You're just on it so that way they can put Teresa in the promos. So show up at the shoot date and be happy about it.
Yeah. So then we go to Georgia having a meeting with Omar at his office. This is where we see all the whiteboards and stuff. And she's like, yeah, I think it's ironic that I'm dating someone in finance because, like, he's not even in finance. He's in crypto. Yeah, normally I wouldn't do finance, but crypto's different because it's like the antithesis of finance. It's like it's like anarchist. It's like radical, you know?
Yes, all those crypto bros, totally anarchists, right? Like this is, I mean, I feel like I'm I'm watching Robin Hood. Okay. Look at these guys upending the system for the poor. So then, George was like, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't come over last night. I was watching a really good movie and like popped a bottle of Chandon. Yeah. Have you ever seen Sleepless in Seattle? It's like a movie from olden times. It was so good.
So she's like, we need to think about our business. He goes, you want a whiteboard? And she goes, hell yes. Okay, so here's the thing. Give me a marker. Okay, here's what I like. I like super modern parties, right? So what's my number one priority in life? And he's like, when Harry Met Sally quotes. No. Carrie Bradshaw quotes. No, the other thing. Having fun. Fun. I believe in fun. Okay, I'm going to write fun down. Fun.
Okay, exactly. Okay, so number two what? I don't know. I'm just saying number two. No, not poop. Number two, just come up with some concepts. Sexy and cool. You know it. Hello. Okay, I've written fun, sexy and cool. I think we figured it all out. It's all written on a whiteboard. We know the next concept. Okay, let's apply for a grant.
So she's like, here's my philosophy from my club. If you're wearing heels, I'm not gonna let you in. And if you're wearing like a suit, I'm not gonna let you in. And then it closes up on her boyfriend who's in a suit. And she's like, if you work in finance, I'm not gonna let you in. And it stays closed up on him, just looking like stoned as hell. And she's like, and then number three,
4 letters.
She goes, what's more your priority? Money. That's right. Money. So like, you know what? Like American Psycho is a really good example of like the archetype of a person I don't want coming to my man. I don't want serial killers. Okay. This is not a place for serial killers in high heels.
She's a real innovator, I have to say. Like,
I love that she's gonna corner the market on parties by making them fun.
They're going to be fun, sexy and cool. Serial killers, not allowed. No high heels unless they're on my friends. You can't wear a suit unless you're my boyfriend. You can't work in finance unless you're my boyfriend.
This shit was hilarious. And she's like, okay, guess what we're going to do? Because young kids like us, they like nerdy things. Bowling. Georgia, bowling has been back for like 15 years now.
I know. She's like, okay, I've got this great idea. Okay. So like America and middle America loves taking a ball and rolling it down a surface. Okay. So I told my mom we went bowling and she's like, I love bowling. And I was like, oh my God, my mom loves bowling. And then I had to explain to her it was not just throwing balls at the wall. And she said, oh, never mind. So we don't have that much in common, but we do love that. And I'm like, oh, wait a second. This could be a great unifier. Like a cool bowling party. I'm like, Bowlmore Lanes has been doing this for 25 years in New York City. Just go to where is it, in the Village somewhere? Like, this is not a fresh concept.
It became like super trendy. Yeah, like 20 years ago, 20 years ago. And she's acting like, wow, I went to Lucky Strike last weekend and it was old. Like it seemed old and run down. That's how long it's been. Yeah, it's crazy.
It used to be impossible.
I was like, wow, it's like an old bowling alley now, you know?
Remember that was like the thing. You would go there and you'd have to wait 2 hours to get onto a lane. It was such a thing. And then like Highland Park, there's that like very trendy old timey bowling alley that's like hipster. It's like where like if you're like pretending you're in Mumford & Sons, you'd go to bowl. So like she's like, I just figured it out, guys. Trendy bowling. So that's her concept.
Me and my mom don't have a lot of common, but we both bold. Do you understand? So here's what I want. Moms in flats who don't serial kill.
Now, how do we make it sexy and cool? Okay, we put bikinis on the balls. Got it. Great.
One piece is on the moms, though. I'm not a monster. So then we go to Ava meeting up with Charlie. And she basically, Charlie's like, so how can I make us friends again? She's like, apologize. He goes, okay, then I'm sorry. She goes, but you need to mean it. He goes, but I do. And she's like, no, you don't. Like, I'm trying to help you be friends with everybody. And then you get like sassy. And I don't like that. Okay. And he's like, okay, then I'm sorry. But also I'm good with Riley because I also went to apologize to her today. It's like my apology to her day. So
yeah, we went to Dumbo and then we see a flashback of Riley with Charlie and it's like, okay, she's like, okay, I'm here to listen to you. He's like, well, I was going to say the same thing to you. She's like, yeah, but I already explained it to you. Like, how do I explain it again? Why do I have to say it anymore? Okay. What are you listening to? He's like, okay, well, none of my actions ever came from a place of malice or anything like that. I would never try to hurt anyone. And it's kind of like a very paint by the numbers thing of like, I didn't mean it. And he's like, I'm really sorry, and I shouldn't have undermined my apology. I just didn't want to be painted in an unfairly villainized light. I just wanted to be a villain for other reasons, but not for racial stuff, you know. And maybe I'm maybe I'm triggered because this is my dad's fault. You want to be mad at my dad? You can be mad at my dad.
he's like, I'm an asshole, but I'm not a racist asshole. I'm just an asshole who says racially insensitive things. And she's like, whatever, Charlie. So then we go back to Ava and Charlie, and she's like, I mean, like, you're an AA, basically. Like, you have to go apologize to everyone. And he's like, what is that? Like a ninth step? She's like, yeah, kind of.
So then they seem to be okay. And
he's such a dumbass.
Charlie's like, by the way, have you seen anyone like Hudson and Ariana and Gia, all those poor people from other TV shows? And Ava's like, not really, just Brooks. He's like, oh, really? Because Ariana's kind of growing on me for no good reason. And she's like, really? In what way? You have a crush on her? He's like, yeah, maybe I'll try to fuck her low key. I don't know. And she's like, Charlie, which is his way of being like, he didn't like that Hudson stepped to him like a few episodes ago. So I think he's like, I know what I'll do. I'm going to cruel intentions it and sleep with this girl and ruin it from the inside out.
Honestly, I think he's just kidding. I think he's just saying Ariana's growing on me. She goes, what do you have a crush? She's like, oh yeah, I have a real crush. I'm really going to try and fuck Aria. That's how I took it. But of course, it's a reality show, so they're going to take it and repeat it until it's like, oh my God, Charlie's trying to fuck Ariana now.
And then he sent a text and said, maybe I'll be at home having sex with your sister. Can you even believe it?
This episode even opened with that, with Brooks being like, well, yeah, but then he sent me a text and he was like, maybe I'll come over or maybe I'll be at my apartment with your sister. It's like, okay, it's episode 4. We're going to need to drop this at some point. Okay.
Seriously.
So she's like, he has a boyfriend for she has a boyfriend for 2 years. He goes, yeah, but like, I'm not actively going to try, but if it falls into my lap, like if I get like the smallest green light, So then we go to Hudson and Ariana meeting designer Ron. We don't know what Ron designs really, do we? Do they tell us?
He like designs aprons for Williams Sonoma, but they're like, okay, put on this hat and a leather jacket. Go. All right, I'm designer Ron.
Yeah, and his name is Ron. So go with it. So they go check out his clothing place, his like fashion district, whatever. And she's like, yeah, I've wanted a clothing line forever, but like, I don't know how to do anything. So like, that's what part of New York is about, like you come here, you don't get educated. You just talk to people like Ron. They, tell you how to like make your dreams come true without like actually doing any work.
So Ron's like, all right, kids, I'm glad you came here. I've been waiting 13 years for someone to come upstairs in this office building for me to give them some hard knowledge. When I started my brand, I went in with the strategy and identifying 3 brands. Okay, so do you have 3 brands in your head that you like and you'd like how they're executed? Okay, go. And they're like,
McDonald's, Pep Boy, Starbucks.
Well, those are brands. They do wear uniforms. Okay, you're hired. Whoa, cool. So then he
goes,
really
okay, but like, tell me about the empire you want to start. And Hudson's like, well, like, we're both obsessed with clothes. Like, we don't go like somewhere in a trash bag.
Even though I could make a trash bag look good, how would you do that? I don't know. So Ron's like, okay, so if you're creating the product, where's it going to be shipped? Where's it going to be housed? You know, how's it being paid for? Where are you guys at with that process? And then Ariana goes, we've been saving up. They have no answers.
Okay, well, whatever you think you have is not enough, all right? What's your mission statement? Impossible. No, like your mission statement. Tortilla chips. All right, this isn't a game show, okay? This is supposed to give me the first word that comes to your head. Do you know what a mission statement is? I don't. Okay. It's like the idea for your company. I like clothes. Okay, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Why did I ever take that wine cooler from Kim Zolciak 20 years ago?
All right, give me your elevator pitch. Well, we don't want to sell it in elevators. No. Elevator pitch. It's like you're in an elevator ride with someone, you got 10 seconds. Well, why would we have a walk up? No, I know, but like theoretically, you're in an elevator, you're pitching me the idea. She's, okay. All right. This brand to me is all about people feeling great and what they're wearing. And it's going to be an amazing quality, as well as you're going to stand up taller. And we're going to start out with pastels. The mission statement is pastels. And I'm very known for pastels, which is why I wear only black on this TV show. Like little hearts everywhere. I love little hearts, which is why I don't wear them. And we'll have details. The mission statement are pastel little hearts. Ta-da.
And they showed her face, but they put an elevator graphic in front of her, and they just kept like closing the door on her face. It was so funny. It's like just bashing her head in the elevator. Like, we believe in pastel streetwear. Boom. We believe in hearts. Boom. Okay, so you're going to have pastel jogging pants with hearts. Sounds great. Just go on Temu and slap your fucking label on it like we know you're going to do anyway.
So Ron's like, okay, well, there's a tremendous amount of enthusiasm, and that, but the plan's not there. Okay, focus. Okay, and here's another pearl of wisdom that I have, because I've been doing it and I've done it. This business will age you in dog years. 7 for everyone. Your relationship is going to be challenged. Okay, and Ariana goes, well, what doesn't kill you make you stronger? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, kid, it's called heroin. Okay, you can go to the brink and come back. Enjoy fashion.
She's like, but to get adored angels into the open, we need to get moving. So I can't wait. We're going to samples. Yeah, we're going to get samples. And then we're going to have a drop. And then we're going to have another drop. And then we're going to have another drop. So we're going to drop so many things.
Yeah. And I love, they're like, Hudson's just totally unbothered by all this, because he's just like, I'm rich. It'll be fine.
Yeah, he's like, whatever she needs to do to give her something to do. But if you're serious, go to school. You know what I mean? Like Parsons is right there. It's right there. Okay, it's
right there, honey.
So we go to Chloe's 23rd birthday party, and they're like, oh my God, cheers, Chloe. So then Brooks and Ava are talking about the Charlie date and him apologizing, and Brooks is like, do you think low-key he has feelings for you? Like low-key. She's like, oh my God, stop.
You really think it's like totally platonic? I look at like Charlie as like my gay best friend. Like there's like no way he could have a crush on me. Like he did say he would hook up with Ariana though, even though she has a boyfriend. What? No, he didn't.
I cannot wait to tell him that, unless you give me something more to start a fight with Ariana in this very episode. Work on it.
So then Amira's there. We haven't seen Amira in forever. Like she wasn't even on last episode, and now she's finally showing up here. And Ava's talking to her, and she's like, because Amira just met Ariana for the first time, I think. So Ava's like, did you know that Ariana's a fashion designer? What? I did not know that. And she's like, yeah, she told me. I was a little surprised. Because like, I can't tell if I'm being like, I'm surprised that she's a fashion designer has like a negative connotation in what you're saying, Ava.
She's like, well, I don't mean it in a negative way. I just mean that, like, when I see her, it doesn't give, like, I'm starting a fashion line because I'm a fashion designer.
Honestly, it's a fair point. It's,
it's a fair
snooty.
point.
It's a fair point.
I think it's a fair point, too. And I don't think she said anything, like, horribly dissing her, right? She's just like, oh, that girl never gave me any clue that she was a fashion designer. I mean, she hasn't talked about it. She hasn't asked Ava what it's like being a model in high fashion. Like, there's been nothing about it. I don't think it was.
She doesn't dress. I mean, again, I'm not a fashion gay, but it's not like she dresses in a way that seems like incredibly fashion forward. Like, I don't know if what if what she wears is like, you know, silly or basic. I don't know if it's basic or not, but it's not fashion. Like it's not cutting edge or anything. So she's like, she wants to work in fashion, and she hasn't like in any of the conversations, there's nothing that she said that's indicated that she has like a massive interest in fashion beyond like, oh, here's the thing I want to do. So she's like, what? I don't get it.
Yeah. So then Ava's like, do you not agree? And Amara's like, well, I had a friend in high school or college who would say things like that. And it's just like, it's fucked up. Like, it's fucked up. You shouldn't say that about people. You know, it's not classy to talk shit about someone you just met. I mean, why are you intentionally talking someone down to make yourself feel better? Like, be a good person, bitch.
So then Brooks goes right over to Ariana. And Riley's like, Brooks, you were talking to Ava for so long. What were you talking about? Yeah, what were you talking about? We're wondering because everyone's been off in their own groups. Guys, I don't want to have to do this. Let me roll back on the sofa. No, guys, I don't want to have to do this.
It's not a big deal. Stop forcing me. Stop pulling my arms.
Spit it out.
I'm being ripped apart. Ava says that you're a terrible fashion designer and you're ugly and stupid, and she can't believe you're going to have a fashion line.
They like asked me the same question like 5 times. Like, what was I supposed to do? So then Ariana's like, bitch, I got my clothes out of boxes today. So why don't you fuck off? All my cool clothes are in a box. I just happen to be stuck wearing this Forever 21 today.
Yeah, why don't you go back to the actual circus with your shorts and your little shirt and shut the fuck up? I mean, she's wearing gold sparkly shorts, like telling me like I have like no style. Like if I wanted to go to Forever 21, I would have. And I love Forever 21, just not the sparkle section.
That's like bullshit. I want Ava with the bitch ass attitude. Like for real, honestly, I think it's rude as shit. I don't even know what's going on. I know Ava's a model. I didn't know she had a clothing line. Apparently that's what she's best known for. Her, whatever. She knows what's best for her. So Riley and then Ava go to the bathroom, and then Amira knocks on the door, and they're like, they kiki for a little bit. And then Ava winds up sitting down next to Brooks and Georgia. And Ava's like, yeah, I was just telling Chloe that she should dance at the bar. And Georgia's like, okay, be chill. Cause like, don't freak out about this, but there's a situation brewing. Someone with heels wants to come into this bar. It's disgusting.
They're probably going to serial kill people. But you didn't hear it from me. Okay, well, guess what's going on in there? Someone said that you said blah, blah, blah. So then we cut to Ariana, and she's like, Amira, I know she's your really good friend, but... And then we go back to Brooks, and he's like, Gia, Ariana, and Riley were like, what are you guys talking about? So I was talking about how you were surprised that Ariana has a clothing brand. And Ava's like, Brooks... What the hell? Why would you say that? It's not meant to be serious. Like, it's that being said, I'm not going to pretend I didn't say it, I guess. So I guess I'll say it to her face. So she goes to sit next to Ariana, and Ariana's still making this big deal out of it. And she's like, oh, yeah. Oh, no, she's in the bathroom still. She's like, I just wanted to have a stupid little streetwear brand that I can build off of until I have the money. Because, like, I'm sorry my parents can't pay for everything because I'm paying their fucking bills.
I love you, Brooks, and thank you for introducing me to these people generally, but I don't know if some of the people are for me because I don't know what the fuck is going on. I literally feel like this girl's Regina George. I didn't know we were in Mean Girls.
So then, before we were like, wow,
be a mean girl.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I cut you off.
I can't believe a model would be a mean girl. This was totally shocking.
I know, right? So then Ava's like, I mean, Georgia, it's just that every time I've seen her, I don't think she has like the best style for like a fashion designer. Okay, before I was like, what she said isn't really that bad. And then she makes it worse. Yeah. And Georgia's like, oh, yeah, And so Gia and Ariana sit next to them. And Ava's like, are you okay? She says, are you? Like, why are you coming for my brand that you don't even know about? Like, I barely even know about it. I just came up with hearts today on the fly.
So wrong to like pastels. And that is the end. That's the cliffhanger. How will this confrontation pan out? So
but
we'll see.
Just to be clear, what Ava said wasn't very nice, but yeah, being a high fashion model does give her more experience than you. who haven't done that. And she's also the daughter of an actual fashion designer who's pretty successful. So yeah, I would think that she would know more than you. And you should probably just eat some humble pie and like try and learn something and be like, hey, listen, you're right. I don't have a lot of experience. I don't really know what I'm doing. It's just always been my dream. And I know you know more than me. Maybe you can help me out or introduce me to your mom or like point me in the right direction.
Yeah. And like, we haven't really seen her in like a lot of streetwear or that interested in streetwear. So
we've been worried for years that she's going to end up on the streets.
and I was going, where? but yeah, I mean, look, also Ariana, you're gonna have to toughen up, because if this is the thing that's gonna send you, I can't imagine people. The world of fashion is not known for being nice or polite and genuine. So buck up, because it's gonna be a long ride for you. Get used to it.
All right.
So
well,
that being said, it's all done. Fun episode.
It's done, and so are we. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. We will talk to you either later today or in the morning with Miami, and we'll be back with some Love Island next week. So join us for that. If you want to catch up on Love Island, we've got 18 million hours of it over on Patreon. So go check it out. And for videos, be on Crappens On Demand on Patreon. We love you. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Our way is the Amber way.
It's the Foster and the Furious. It's Amanda Foster.
She can run my country. It's Angie McGovern.
It's Always Automatic with Ashley Otto. Put your hands together for Carly Clapp.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offit. We never miss her call. It's Diane Call.
Aaron McNicholas. She don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones.
I go, you go, we all go for Hugo.
Jamie. She has no last namey.
She's our kind of mess. It's Jennifer Messer.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
She gets an A. It's Kelly B. Kristen the Piston Anderson. Get a bee in your bonnet with Lacey B.
Que sera, whatever will be, will Lauren Silsby.
Bringing the funk, it's Leslie Plunkett.
She gets an A from us. It's Lindsay D. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. Fresh as a daisy, it's Maisie McHenry. We love her on the rocks. It's Melissa Cox. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
This is Living with Michelle Vivian.
I love ya, Olivia Williamson. Tastier than Flanderson, it's Rachel Manderson.
She sure is swell. It's Raquel.
Yes, we canna, it's Savannah.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman.
Let's share with Sharon Eldridge.
The Bay Area Betches. Betches.
And our super premium sponsors. She's VVIP, it's Amanda V. Can't lose when you're with Amy Baldwin.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides. Let's go into the woods with Guy Tubbs.
Who, what, why, where, and Gwen Pentland.
It's our queen. It's Queen Laifah.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. Hail the Cork Master, the Master of the Cork, Jennifer Corcoran. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish. She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch. She's a little bit loony, Junie.
Knock, knock, knocking on Katie Manock's door.
My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley. In the study with a candlestick, it's Leslie Peacock.
We're ride or die for Lisa Ryder Barron.
She's a whiz, it's Liz Sarthy.
Always killing it, it's Lola Alkalani.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters. She eases our woes, it's Melissa St. Rose. We're on the floor with Molly Dorset. There's a chance of meatballs, it's Rebecca Cloud.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
We cannot tell a lie. It's Sarah Telefson.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony.
Come on, shake your body, baby, to the Sydney Congdon.
Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
It's always a good time when you're wasting time with Bravo. She ain't no shrinking Violet Couture. We love you guys.